What you talking about, Willis?
Girl,
Woman,
are you live?
I'm live.
Don't be talking to me.
I'm talking to you, woman.
Gary, come get your friend.
It is Labor Day weekend.
Woo!
Hope you guys are enjoying your 3-day weekend.
I gotta work.
Knives has to work. My kids have to. Well, no. Youngest said he's off tomorrow, so that's good. Plus, he's off of school. It is a cool, sunny 106 degrees here at 6 p.m. on the Pacific time zone of Central Armpit, California. What do I got? How do I usually start this? I think this is going to be a short one because I think most people are probably vacationing and enjoying life and retired and doing the things that those
You're not
people
here when I want
do.
them.
And yeah, I went and got gas Saturday like I normally do every Saturday morning. And first time in many, many, many weeks, gas prices have not dropped. So it was 4.49 last Saturday. It's 4.49 this Saturday. I would imagine it's probably just because Labor Day weekend and all that good stuff. Stock market's taking a crap. That's always nice. Um, S&P was down 2.7%. NASDAQ was down 3.6%. Russell was down 4.2%. And the Dow was down 2.4%. I think we only had one green day all of last week. I think it was Thursday. I was actually kind of surprised. I thought Friday it looked promising for a minute on Friday, and then it just fizzled out. But I didn't think we can have that many. I thought we'd string together a couple days of up, but we didn't. We only got the one. So maybe next week will be different. Short week though. So stock market's closed on Monday. Um, we're gonna celebrate our labor, I guess. What else we got? What else we got? Next week, as far as earnings are concerned, there really isn't much out there. I think Kroger is reporting. If any of you um, invest in Kroger, but other than that, there isn't. There's a lot of little miscellaneous stuff, and not really a whole lot. Um, what else we got? You got anything? Knives?
John put in his 2 week notice. He's gonna work with Big Brother.
Oh yeah, my youngest son gave us 2 weeks notice on his job. He got another job with his older brother. Uh, kind of more of an upscale restaurant than fast food. I don't know what you call those. You call them quick service restaurants, maybe, because they're not like fast food, like a McDonald's or a Burger King. They're more like Panda Express uh, type, right? I guess you call those quick service restaurants, not fast food. Uh, so he'll be doing that in a couple of weeks. Um, what else? Got anything else? He's back to school. He likes it. Um,
COVID's gone.
COVID, yeah, the Rona's gone. He's healthy. He's happy. Getting a new job. That'll be nice for him. And his older brother, who he's working with, will be able to drive him home sometimes. So I'm happy about that. um, yeah, I think that's it. I don't know what else we got. Knives is working in the morning. Said it's going to be super busy. It's at 5 in the morning. She needs to go make some breakfast. What are you making tomorrow? You said
French toast sticks.
French toast sticks,
Potato skillet.
skillet potatoes,
And scrambled eggs.
and scrambled eggs. And then an assortment of breads and bagels and English muffins and yogurts and oatmeal and hard boiled eggs and cereals and coffee
Yeah,
and
sounds like you being in there before.
and juices and yeah. So I don't know. I gotta go stay there and have breakfast one night.
Don't stay there now when you have breakfast there.
I had breakfast there once or twice.
Boy, you better hush your mouth.
So what are my thoughts of the next week? I don't know. I don't know of anything big coming up. I don't, like I said, I don't pay attention to the Fed or any of that stuff. I just see it when the market reacts to it. So, what else you want to bring up? Oh, the poll question. What are you doing for this Labor Day? You barbecuing, getting drunk, getting stoned, or all the above? I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't think I'm not barbecuing because it's gonna be. You saw if you saw the thumbnail, it's gonna be like 110 on that day, and I think Tuesday it says 115. 115 degrees. Like
Like the devil's balls.
that's it really is. It's like Satan's butthole. If you were ever to measure Satan's butthole, that's probably about what it is. It's just a guess. I probably lost all kinds of people already. Let's see. Here we
Don't
got.
be talking about Satan like that.
Yeah, don't be talking about Satan's balls, man. Thumper's in the house. He's first. That's a first, I think, for Thumper being a first. Right on. Stone Cold Steve Austin says, "Good evening, Jerry. In light of your great video on Tilt W, if you missed TLTW, I did a quick overview. I didn't really do a review on it. I didn't go too in depth. It's a pretty simple. It's actually TLTW is an extremely simple ETF. Nothing really special about it, to be honest with you. But he's asking, could you speculate on where the NAV, the net asset value, might head, and also touch on SVOL, where that NAV might head, as they are intriguing. I have more confidence in TLTW than I do in SVOL, mainly because I don't understand SVOL. TLTW, the net asset value, that's what the NAV is, net asset value. Is going to fluctuate if we continue to have a little bit of increased rates. I don't know how many more the Fed has in them, but eventually they're going to have to pull them back. Eventually, is that going to be in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months? I don't know. But bonds are pretty much some of the easiest classes of investments to invest in, right? Because you know exactly what's going to happen, right? So if rates rise, you buy bonds. When rates fall, you sell bonds. I mean, that's pretty much, if you follow that, you can make some money in bonds. Now with TLTW, with it selling 2% out of the money call options, I think that is enough. I don't know the math. There is some math on that, but I don't know it. That for every basis point or whatever drop, there's a certain percentage that the fund will increase. Will that be 2% for every 0.25% cut? I don't know. Okay. But TLTW has the potential to increase, especially when rates start getting cut. And we just don't know. We don't know when they're going to do it. It's going to happen. So we just don't know when, and that's key. As far as SVOL, I don't understand SVOL. If I look at, you have a question, ma'am?
Yeah, why do you call him Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Why do I call him Stone Cold Steve Austin? Because his name is Steve Austin. S. Austin, Red Sox.
Oh, I thought it was sauce.
I thought it was, at first I thought it was Sostin too, but it's where was I? SVol. If I look at SVol, right, then I'm probably looking at the wrong index to track it, but I'm just looking at the VIX, which is the fear index or whatever you want to call it. Um, that's probably not correct. I haven't looked into SVol, deeply enough to know. But if we look year to date between the VIX and SVol, the VIX is up 53% year to date, and SVol is down 18%. So I don't understand the correlation there. Um, I don't know. Maybe I need to look at a different index. I just have not uh, gone through the prospectus on SVol enough. Um, I find it very suspect that they're coming out, that they're trading futures, and they're coming out with the exact same dividend payment every single month. That seems odd to me. So I don't know. I just it's not SVol is not intriguing enough for me to even actually dig into it, to be honest with you. Bend over. What's up, Ben? Happy Labor Day weekend. Gary Lienerman, good evening. Gary Delvecchio, good evening. Knives in the building. And Gary Delvecchio says Knives is his favorite.
I mean, what can I say?
Yeah, Knives moved. She used to be over there. Now she's over there.
I have a view.
So I have to look. I have to look this way to go see her now. She's not facing the wall. She's facing the wall, but before it didn't. When she was facing the wall this way, there wasn't really much. She had to turn all the way around to see me. Blue Collar Bill, how's it going, Blue Collar Bill? Hope you're doing well. Thumper said, get the pre-show started for show. Rib Java, hello, folks. California is melting into the desert. Time to drive to the mountains. The mountains are the only part of California I consider beautiful anymore. Even the beaches. There's some coast. There's a small portion of coastal areas that are nice. It's not like the whole coast is beautiful or anything. But the mountains of California are beautiful. Mountains. I mean, I can drive 1 hour and be well into the mountains, well into the Sierras. Evening, Shamir. Going green mom. I can't vote. None of the above. I'm playing with a kitten, handing my daughter tissues, and that about covers our weekend. Uh-oh. Handing daughters tissues. That's not good.
Whose ass do we got to kick?
Yeah. Knife says, does she need to break out her knives? Media will ignore that about gas prices going up. Yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on in the next couple of months for sure. Howdy doody time. Hey Jerry, I guarantee you won't lose money on Monday. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I will not. Yeah, I ain't got nothing. I'm not going to be spending any money. I do need to buy some tires for the car. That sucks. Yeah, you're probably right. Stock market down is actually good for me. I closed on that house and we'll just park the money for a while. Cash or Jeppy? I'd probably say Jeppy. Cash. What's the best you can do with cash? 2%. Hey, maybe some Tilt W. Some treasuries. Hey, GGM. Laugh out loud. I don't know. He could go on a shopping spree. Nah, I don't go on shopping sprees. For sure. Hey. Bistro. Bistro. Oh, bistro. Gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a bistro either. Because you have to go up and order your food, but they put it together kind of like a Panda Express, but it's not fast food type chain. It's fresh stuff. So Panda Express is fast food here. They have a drive-through. Does a drive-through constitute it to be fast food? Because this where he's going does not have a drive-through. It has a walk-up window, but it doesn't have a drive-through. So, does our pandas have drive-throughs, babe?
I think one of them does.
One of them does.
Why'd you call me babe? It's nice.
Oh, I mean knives. Holiday weekends, we're always super busy at the casino. Yeah, me and Knives were just talking about that. We were going to take our $12 that we had and go up to the casino. We do that every once in a while, maybe once or twice a year. Maybe not even that. But we'll go have lunch up there. It's a nice drive. It's right by a lake. And then we'll take $20 or something and play the slots, and hopefully, if I hit, if I make $20, I'm happy because we just had a free lunch. But I'm either going to pay double for our lunch or we're going to have a free lunch. and I don't know. We've done it a couple of times where we've had free lunch. But I think, of course, casinos always win in the end. Good Jeppy and JepQ dividend for August. Yeah, it sure was. It sure was. What the heck? Here. You guys keeping the thermostat at a chilly 80 degrees? 80 degrees? You kidding me? Got to be 75 at least. California, though, definitely. They want you to put your air conditioner up to 80, 78 to 80. They want you to turn off all appliances. They don't want you to charge your electric car. Yeah, interesting. They're supposed to be doing it right now. Like I should have this light off. Shouldn't have my computer on. Air conditioner shouldn't be on 75. But it's going to be on 75. We're actually lucky because they could force brownouts to other places, but we live right in the middle of hospitals, so it is extremely, extremely rare that we ever have a power outage, and if we do, it's resolved quickly. Yeah, we're on the same grid as the hospitals. There's surgery center, there's a cancer hospital, there's another major hospital, and another major hospital. So all of them, they have to be kept on. They are priority for sure. Yeah. When's the last time we had a power outage? We had one here that was like 5 minutes at most. But we hardly ever do. Yeah, I was happy to see that from Jeppy. Yeah, Jeppy's kicking butt, taking names. Should I be mean and tell them we hit 75 today? Yeah, you should. What's 75 in the house? So, as long as I stay in the house. Grilled salmon and veggies. And veggies. What kind of veggies? Are they cooked or are they raw? Heard the AI is on the verge of selling off huge amounts of equities for Morgan Stanley. The algorithm? What is that? Artificial intelligence? September will be flat or down just a bit. October to the election will be wild. Good with that. 75, that's almost fall weather. Yeah, it's still 106 here. It doesn't get down into the 80s until about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I put interview link to Jeppy and JepQ portfolio manager in dividend ETF stonk channel. Yeah, you listen to them people. You listen to the experts. Welcome to Northern Indiana. We had our late August heat wave, all downhill from here. Yeah, it should be. This should be the last week of hundreds for us here. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Typically August is the worst month, and then September it starts trailing off. But it decided to bring Devil's Butthole in one more week.
So what's it gonna be like in October?
October should be cool. At the end of October should be cool.
Cold.
It could be in the evening. Dr. Drip says sounds global X-ish for the SVol. Yeah, I agree. It's a little weird. I let's see. I didn't even look. I don't pay attention. I probably should look next time because I'm going to be doing the 20-month update on the income funds, and yep, still 32 cents. It seems odd that if you're trading futures, you wouldn't have a variable amount of income. That's what's odd to me, that they're so consistent with it that it doesn't seem right. There you go. Knives, do you like your new spot? Yeah, she says she loves her new spot.
I love it.
I don't know why.
It's like more open over here.
It is. You're not you're in a corner still though. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. She's she's where I used to be. And I'm where she used to be before. Never mind. That's too hard to explain. Next for me, sup folks. Hubert says knives in timeout corner. No, I'm more in the timeout corner because I'm kind of in a cave because I got like an L desk here and it's kind of tough to get in and out of this in the corner. Hey, Nix. Yup. Ear head thing. Hopefully not the crud. Think it is more wisdom teeth than anything. Oh yeah, wisdom teeth jack you up. Teeth will jack you up. It's kind of crazy that those little things, those little teeth can bring you down. Like literally just take you out. Like you ain't worth nothing from just a little tooth, from a toothus. Shucks, no RV buying this weekend then. No. What's interesting is I'm still not seeing prices drop on RVs. Not heavy. Maybe a little bit on the Class A RVs because there's a misconception. I think I said this already. That Class A RVs get worse gas mileage than Class C RVs, which is the van chassis, and it's somewhat true. But the motorhomes, I think with the combination of them not being able to build so many motorized motorhomes because of Ford is not able to deliver the chassis, so that's going to just keep the price of used ones and new ones bumped up. Kyle says California will no longer have gas cars in 2035, but tell you not to use electricity. Yeah, exactly. Well, they're not going to, we'll still have gas cars. They can't sell any new gas cars. That's the difference. So, but yeah, you're right. It's ridiculous. Like, uh, we need to have plans of building uh, uh, nuclear power plants or something to be able to support everybody having an electric car, and it's just not here. And I don't imagine in 8-10 years that infrastructure will be able to handle it or be able to even be here. So it's kind of interesting. Usually, typically, you don't buy something and go, oh, okay, we need this to do to support that. Usually you don't buy a ton of equipment and go, oh, wait, I need a place to store that. You don't do it that way. But I guess California does. Um, they've been building high speed rail. That's why I don't have confidence in California being able to support the electric vehicles. They've been building high speed rail for 10 plus years, and they ain't even close to being done. They just keep spending money, spending money, spending money, and spending money on a train that literally goes from one crap town, passes through another crap town, and into another crap town that nobody will travel because there's no business traveling the rail where they're building it. There's no commerce. There's farmers, unless you're going to put freaking tomatoes on the high speed rail or something like that, or loads of almonds or something. But people actually commuting using high speed rail to go from the Central Valley, the South Central Valley to the North Central Valley, there's nobody doing that. There's no need for it. So California is just really whacked. It really is. And they want to tax solar or put a minimum bill or some such thing, I heard. Um, yeah. Um, of course. They're going to tax it all. They tax everything. They just keep taxing and keep taxing. And it's like, I don't, as far as California is concerned, they said they have billions upon billions of dollars in excess funds, an emergency fund or whatever it is. But yet they keep finding new ways to tax people. And it's like, what are you doing with the multi billions of dollars sitting in the coffers? Very weird. When will the entire country realize the country needs a water system to move fresh water and a better electrical grid? Uh, it's going to be forced upon them when they figure out one. I mean, the writing's on the wall. Look at all the lakes on the west side of the Colorado. Like, it's with the exception of the Pacific Northwest. You got California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, well, probably not Utah. They got a lot of snow. New Mexico, they're drying up, like literally drying up. California's drying up. I can go to the lake, and it's like there's islands popping up that I didn't even know were there. Um, yeah, there hasn't been much rain this year at all. I don't know. I don't know. Definitely need a better electrical grid if they're gonna just want everybody to buy an electric car. Well, no AC, so 75 outside is about 75 inside. Yeah, you can open them windows. It'd be nice. 61 degrees here right now. Dang, Bill, where are you at? We need to go visit Blue Collar Bill.
Yeah.
Gary says we had a few nights around 65, but it is hot again. 80s. My August electric bill was 750. Damn. That is high. I've never my electric bill is always 213 or 231. 213 or 231. I don't remember. Every single month all year long. It's because I'm on the balance payment plan and on the poor people plan. So uh those are some of the advantages of living in California, because it's very easy to be poor. Like what I mean is, like in San Francisco, if you make $100,000 a year, you're considered poor. Parker says, just got here. Have we talked about TLTW yet? Really 17% dividend. I don't know what the dividend is going to be. There was one dividend that was paid out. If you annualize that, it's 17%. And honestly, like I showed in the video, if you look at TLT and just do a 2% out of the money covered call every month, you get more than 17%. So it's not that hard. It's not that hard to achieve that with options. And I think a lot of people are realizing that. They hear, 17%, that's impossible. Well, look at an options chain, learn to read an options chain, and run some numbers. It's fairly easy. App is saying 67. We've gone down to high 50s overnight a couple times already. Must be nice. Ooh, we dropped. It is now 105 degrees. Matatoire. He says our local mid-continent independent system operators warned of rolling blackouts this past summer. Excuse me. And our local electric company said we have enough of our own generation. We will be fine. Well, good for you. Yeah, I don't remember the last time we suffered a long. We did when we were in our 20s. Knives, when we had that breaker burnout in that apartment, and that was out for a couple of days. Oh, we had to go to a freaking hotel. Never did hear any rolling outs though. Yeah, they're asking us to voluntarily do it. But if I don't need to do it, I'm not going to do it. Rib Java. Good night, all. Hope it's not a bloodbath in the market this week. I don't expect it to be. I think I think if you look at like the queues, it's we are at an actual iffy point. Like if you look at the NASDAQ, I think it's sitting on support. Let me pull up a chart and look. So the QQQ sitting at 295. And oh yeah, it fell below the, what is that? The 50. It could be heading to 290 on the Qs. Definitely could. This still has room to go. Sheesh, on the retire with less series, I sold a 300 put. So I was thinking it would hold up on that 50 moving average, but it didn't. So that's why we do what we do. Stone Cold says trying to Parker, but TLTW has only had 1 month of dividend. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there's only 1 month, but it's an extremely simple ETF, y'all. You can do it on your own. Buy 100 shares of TLT, go out 30 days, and sell a 2% out of the money call. Boom, done. You got TLTW with no expense ratio. It's simple as that. Now, you have more flexibility doing it on your own because you can roll the call, you can let it get called away. Um, you know, whatever. The TLTW does not trade shares. So they own TLT. They sell a call and they cash settle it, uh, kind of like how the YLDs sell against just the index. So they're all cash settled. They're not. The shares will never be called away. So they can just roll the call. Doing it on your own, you have the opportunity to uh, sell the shares, have the shares assigned. You can roll the call. You have more flexibility. What country is that for, Matt? Yeah, Mid-Continent Independent System Operators. Man, MISO. Night Rip Java. Midwest USA Corn Patch. Corn. Ooh, I want some corn on the cob, Knives.
You ain't grilling, so too bad.
You want me to grill when it's 115 degrees?
You want to eat?
Man. So what are they going to be doing once they force out gas cars and the rest of the country can't visit anymore?
Where they take that fucking stupid ass train.
Yeah, we're going to take the stupid ass train. Um, that's what's interesting is because like the other states don't have to do anything, but I think they will. And I also think the government, obviously, and the auto manufacturers, obviously, are going to go all electric. That's what it's going to be. Ford's almost there. Tesla's obviously there. GM is getting close to being there. So eventually, you'll be forced into it. So you're going to have to buy an electric car once they price you out of gas, because that's probably what's going to happen. Is gas is going to continue to rise until you say mercy, and you'll have to buy an electric car. You won't have a choice. What's jacked up though is like lower income people, right? For the most part, they're going to buy these clapped out, 10-year-old electric vehicles. That's the only thing that, what they can afford. And they're not going to be very, the battery range is going to be shot. Um, you might need to replace the battery, which they won't be able to afford. So I think it's really a bad thing for the lower income people for sure. Because a lot of these batteries are changing. So, as the technology evolves, the older batteries are going to be more expensive, right? So it's kind of, unless they can find a way to retrofit new technology batteries into the old chassis, that might be a better thing, because typically newer batteries will end up being cheaper because it's, they'll figure out a way to make them cheaper and et cetera, et cetera. But we'll see. Where do you find infrastructure updates like that? Um, I don't know. as far as your own state, you should be able to, just follow your own state news. Indiana has an emergency fund. They did an evaluation a few months ago and sent all taxpayers $325. Just got word they credited my 2020 tax bill. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I don't understand how California gets away with it because as far as as far as what I knew or learned, states aren't supposed to have. They're supposed to be like, what do you call that? Like net zero, as far as a budget, right? Everything taken in should be spent, or the budget should be balanced and not have a. I didn't think that states were able to do that, but California does it, and they've been doing it for years, and that's why every time I hear a commercial where, oh, Prop XYZ will tax these people to help homelessness in, I'm like, well, you got hundreds of billions of dollars sitting there, but you don't want to use that. It makes no sense to me. Between Detroit and Flint in Michigan. Oh, blue collar bills in Michigan between Detroit and Flint. Do you, Knives wants to know if you know Eminem. Man, there's some cheap real estate out there. I just can't deal with the snow. They have a number in mind and didn't deplete it for the pandemic. We're supposed to. Californians are supposed to get a gas rebate. I don't know who they taxed to come up with this, but everybody should be getting in October like anywhere from $400 to $1,200 in a gas stimulus. I don't know. We'll see. Won't hold my breath. Howdy doody, neighbor. States and the feds need to start sovereign funds and then feed to profits into the tax coffers. I don't know if I follow that. And feed the profits into the tax coffers. Is anyone putting money into the market now or wait for it to crash more? Typically always put money into the market if I can. I'd never wait for a crash. We have the budget plan, same amount every month, and they settle any difference in May for the 9-month or average it out for the next year if on 12 months. Oh, that's cool. That's the electric plan. Yes, ever since I got on that, it's been nice because summertime when our air conditioner is running 24/7. If I wasn't on the budget plan and the low income plan, yeah, I'd have a $700 PG&E bill, electric bill, and those swings are just ridiculous. Oh, I had Taco Bell last night for dinner and couldn't help but think of you and Knives.
Why?
Had a beef crunch wrap supreme combo with nacho supreme and a Tostitos spicy gordita crunch on the side. Dang, I like the gordita crunch. I didn't know they had a Tostitos spicy.
We have a Chipotle ranch grilled chicken burrito.
Chipotle ranch grilled chicken burrito. That sounds good. Oh, that's what you always get, huh? Chipotle ranch grilled chicken burrito. Interesting. That sounds yummy.
Why did you think of us?
Because we were talking about Arby's and all that kind of stuff the other week. Probably.
He meant to talk about not Arby's.
Oh, we were talking about all kinds of fast food, woman.
Don't be calling me woman.
Woman. Let's see. Gary says trains are cool, but you need to have them be between places that matter. I took a train from home to New York City for years, walked to train station, great commute. Yeah, exactly. It needs to be. They cut out. There were supposed to be two sections of this train to start off with, and they cut out the one that made sense, which was Los Angeles to San Francisco. That one made sense, not Bakersfield to Manteca or wherever it is. Like you guys probably never heard of Bakersfield and Manteca, and you probably wouldn't never want to be there. But everybody knows Los Angeles and San Francisco. Now that you connect those in a high speed train, that would make way more sense. It's a five. Oh, I don't remember what it is. It's a 5 hour. Is it a 5 hour drive? Man, it's been so long. It's probably 6 to 7 hours between Los Angeles and San Francisco. I'm probably way off on that. But on a high speed rail, cut that down to an hour or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. That would make sense. But to go from a hick farm town to another hick farm town and pass through a whole bunch of hick farm towns on the way, that just doesn't make no sense. I'm going to lose subscribers for saying hick. Hey, that's what they are.
So are you.
Well, I'm here. I'm in the hick town. They might want to find electric chargers to put somewhere. They definitely need to do that. I was looking it up the other day, and I don't know how that's gonna go. Are they gonna? I'm like, what I'm really surprised at is all the gas stations don't have electric chargers. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Or the schools. Any of the schools that I've been to don't have electric chargers. None of the gas stations I believe there's some gas stations that do have electric chargers, but they need to be. You would think every single gas station, even at this point, would have at least one charger. At least one. But here in this city of, I think we're a little over 500,000 people. No gas stations have electric chargers. There's some shopping centers that do. Um, that's really about it. So it's kind of odd. I say that the casino had chargers. I don't think anywhere else does here. Our casino might. We haven't been up there. They just redone the whole casino, built a big old hotel, a high rise, and all that. So I would imagine that they have charge. I would imagine they put in some chargers up there. They need to standardize the battery size, like AAA or double. Yeah, they do. Absolutely. You got way too many. I think Tesla's not playing fair. I don't know if they're. I think they should have. They should have tried to standardize everything. Because Tesla has proprietary charger, uh, and they should have. I don't know. I guess they were trying to just keep it exclusivity, but I think that really jacks them up, though, in my opinion. It's like a sinking fund. They know an emergency will eventually happen, so they put some money aside for when it does. But you put a year aside, not 20. Cali just needs to balance their budget and spend what is there, not what isn't. Yeah. I forget how many billions of dollars, but every time they brag about how many billions of dollars they have put aside, but yet every year they talk about new taxes. And I'm like, why do you need to do new taxes when you got billions and billions of dollars sitting there? Makes no sense. More Soxel for me. Yeah, I got what do I got? I got like 6 puts on Soxel. I think they're all in the money too. So I think my average, if they got all assigned, would be around $13, $13.50 a share. Not horrible. Greyhawk, long-term treasury rates seem to be headed higher, which will hurt TLTW share price. Yes, it will hurt the TLT share price, which will hurt the TLTW share price. Just that's how bonds work. Treasury rates go up, bond prices go down. That's how they meet the yield necessary for the rate. But that's the time to buy, is when the rates are heading higher. You don't buy when the rates are going lower. Ours does electric and gas. Yeah, ours is electric and gas as well. I don't know what do we heat up with? Just our hot water. I think our hot water is the only thing we do gas here. Yeah, our stove's electric, oven's electric, dryer's electric. Yeah, just hot water. Sorry, meant to say Doritos. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, the Doritos. I was wondering, I was like, Tostitos? Is that something new over there? Do people commute between LA and San Francisco? No, but they are major hubs, right? They can work together. There's people in LA that work with people from San Francisco and vice versa. It would make, because that's where the movers and shakers are, right, of LA and San Francisco. So it would make a lot of sense to connect those two cities rather than, uh, you know, Podunk, Arkansas to Podunk, Alabama or something. Just doesn't make sense. 102% on TLTW is like $2 above, so they are really selling at the money calls that are 40-ish delta. People need to realize that TLT is going to move a lot in NAV because of the rates moving. Exactly. It's a pure income fund strategy, not a long-term equity position. Yeah, Hunter, I mean, you can do it on your own if you want to do it. The other ones, I like the 102% on the TLTW. I think that's the only way to go. Otherwise, because those other ones are selling at the money. That's really not the way to go. It's going to produce the most income, but it will never appreciate in value, or it will struggle mightily to appreciate in value when rates fall. So I've never even heard of the two towns. Bakersfield and Manteca or Modesto? Probably not. Most people probably won't recognize those two. There's only, what is there? There's 5 major cities. Well, there's Sacramento, there's San Francisco, but there's some major cities around San Francisco as well. So San Francisco kind of gets lumped into all of them. So it's kind of the San Francisco Bay Area, because Oakland isn't small. Oakland, San Francisco. You got Fresno in the Central Valley. Then you got Los Angeles. Then you got San Diego. So those are the majors, and those are the ones that most people have heard of. After that, there's a lot of little, especially in the valley, in the center part of Fresno, center part of California. There's hardly nothing. Farmland and cows and stuff like that. Blue Collar Bill, no to Eminem, but Kid Rock has a house near me. Dang. Blue Collar Bill ain't so blue collar living by Kid Rock. Who doesn't like Kid Rock? Do you like Kid Rock, Knives? Yeah, Kid Rock was the man. Kyle, you should invest in the market consistently, like every paycheck or every month. Trying to time the market is futile. Yep, I agree with that one. Is he really almost caught up? Uh-oh. What is that about? Is that me? Am I almost caught up? Hey everyone, late but made it. Right on. Hey. Smoky Mon, gotta smoke it all. Matt to the money. I really like TLTW. Might start a position this week on my wife's income portfolio. I would say just take it slow. If you think here's my position. If you think rates are going to continue to go higher and higher and higher and higher, stay away from TLTW. If you think rates are near, I'm not saying peaked, I'm saying near being raised consistently, then it might make sense to start a position. Because every rate hike, the value of the fund is going to fall. So if you want to wait for the next rate hike and see what they sound like, right? Because eventually we can't handle high rates in this country. So eventually they're going to cut them back to zero again, and then we're back to normal business, and then they'll raise them again, and and it goes on and on and on. How's the garden doing? How's your garden grow? Good night, all. Next week will be awesome for everyone. Plan accordingly. Right on, Gary Del Vecchio. Knives says good night. They say, hey, Knives. Blah. Blow. The crickets and cicadas are eating my tomatoes. Potatoes aren't ready to dig yet. Got another jalapeno on and 6 to 8 kooks. What the heck are kooks? What are kooks? How are y'all gardens doing? My jalapenos are probably wilting in the heat. Is it beer 30? I'm drinking antibiotics for a root canal I have scheduled for Thursday, so no beer for me, Knives. Antibiotics? Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to do a little 5-day regimen, I think, huh? I do remember that. I need to get a crown. I had a root canal done like 2 years ago. Night, Gary. Blue collar bro. I live in a semi-rural area. There are mansions next to horse farms, next to trailer parks. We have a little bit of everything here. Right on. I like the semi-rural feel. Guess I have to double up tonight. You got your son brought you some tequila. It's a little much for work tomorrow. Cucumber. Oh, I was like, what the heck is a kook? I had no idea. How are people doing here? We got 33 votes. 52% are barbecuing. 30% are getting drunk. Only 3% are getting stoned, or they're scared to say it. 15% say all the above. What is the status of a mic for Knives? What do you think, Knives? You want a mic? She's
Okay,
quiet.
am I not loud enough? I'm looking at the next comment that says waiting for Knives to cut me.
No, they're not. They can't hear you from here.
They can't?
They might be able to hear a little bit, but not very much. Can you hear when she's talking? Go ahead and say something.
Do you guys hear me?
Well, now you yelled. Waiting for Knives to cut me. Don't tempt it.
That's not what my ex said.
GGM, my garden is almost non-existent. Hopefully I can transplant the tomatoes next week. There you go. Oh yes, let's get Knives a mic. I could probably I can get her a cheap mic, but I don't know how that would work. I wonder if we can connect it. She doesn't want to be on camera. She won't be on camera. So that's just how that's going to be. But I wonder if I can do a second mic on this. I'll have to dig in that a little bit. Amplify is coming out with the international version of Devo soon. Ticker IDVO. That's cray cray. IDVO. Thoughts on Oil K? I'm a bear on anything oil at the moment. K1 free crude oil strategy. What's the chart look like? Let's look long term on a chart here. Distributions. What do distributions look like on Oil K? Distribution yield trailing 12 months, 60%. It's one of those ones that are going to be great until it's not. And that is the issue. There's going to be a point where when it's not great and it's going to fall to freaking, $10 or $20 or something like that, and then all that income you received is, a moot point. See, Slim Dog says you can only a little if you yell. They can only hear you a little bit. We can hear part of the time she is talking, but I can't hear what she says. Yeah. See, put her in God mode. I don't know what that is.
There's no other like
Is that a thing? Laugh out loud. Do a T and have both mics on. Yeah, I wonder if I can do a 2-in-1 USB, because this is a USB mic here. Huh. I don't know. I don't think I have any free USBs. I just wonder if we'd have trouble with I guess people do it all the time though. I was gonna say have trouble with both mics going at the same time. Always red, I promise I won't. Remember, you can root your tomato suckers. I've got 3 plants just coming into fruit as my first 2 are about dead. BBY CFO fell down a building. That's BBBY. You missed a B. It's BBY is Best Buy. BBBY is Bed Bath and Beyond. Yeah, there's a lot of speculation on that, whether he committed suicide or it was an accident or what. Pretty crazy. He had just sold $1 million worth of stock like last month. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there. By taxing buybacks of 1% and the fake Inflation Reduction Act, will companies increase dividends more instead? Probably not. I bet you not. Oh, saw the news now. He jumped. Oh, he did jump. That's confirmed?
Who said he plunged? Doesn't that mean he jumped?
I don't know. There wasn't very many details when I read it, but that was hours and hours ago. God mode is in StreamYard, but picture not showing and no bubble. Really? I gotta figure that out. Guess. Don't know. I'll look into it this week. We'll see. I don't know. I don't even think Knives ever answered if she wants a mic. Would you use it
What would they use it for?
to talk during this live stream?
I mean, what if I burp or something?
What if you burp or something?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody would care. They'd probably burp too. I'm sure they're burping and farting and picking their nose and scratching their butt and all that stuff.
Ooh, a grateful man.
I'm sure the CEO had tons of life insurance. It was the CFO. But yeah, probably. Grateful man, late joining, just finished off a slab of ribs that we barbecued on the grill here at the beach. Nice. I got some slabs of ribs I need to grill too, but unless I do it at like 7 in the morning, it probably ain't gonna get done. We might rate the burps. There you go.
That'd be interesting.
See? You get some variety here.
Got some Homer Simpson burps going on.
Did you check out what we were talking about last week about the 20 to 25% down for a mortgage and then they won't ask for a W-2? I looked a little bit online and it didn't look like that existed anymore. It looked like that did exist back, 2007, 2008, the housing crisis, whatever you want to call it. But, all the other stuff, there were some things that said, yes, you can, but you have to be able to show, that you can pay it back. But, I get what you're saying. Like if you put, 30% down, you got skin in the game. Why are you still at risk? Right? You got a house that's worth 200 grand. You put 60 down. You only got a mortgage for 140. What do they care if you don't pay? They love it if you don't pay because you just gave them 60 grand. So yeah, doesn't make sense. Just get her a 6-pack before the show. There you go. She'd be on the floor after a 6-pack. All it takes is one. Check with your local small credit union. Yeah, I should probably send them a message. We got a couple of local credit unions here.
And we're gonna suck at the whiting and just drinking one drink.
I can drink a couple of cocktails, but I can't handle beer. Wash it down with some Alabama barbecue sauce. Alabama. Could stick them in that electric oven overnight, fall off the bones tender. Yum. Oof, ribs. Ribs. Grateful man. Do you still own PDO? I believe they just bumped up the payout. Yes, I still own PDO. Not sure how much I own though, honestly. I know I've been getting some drips from them. I think I own a couple hundred at least. I don't remember though. That's part of the portfolio that I really don't pay attention to very much. Yeah, I got a couple hundred. Thought you were doubling up tonight, Knives.
I'm starting right now.
Oh, you're just now starting?
Yeah.
Hey, you got a late start. Buy it as a rental. They consider the possible rent as the income. I work in a credit union currently, and we do those loans. Ooh, that is interesting. That is interesting. I didn't think about that. Huh. I can rent it to one of my kids. Rent it. That's interesting. Sounds yummy, grateful. Say it's going to be a rental and then go live in it. Yeah, not financial. Yeah. Yeah, that actually, I never thought about that. That could work. That could work. There was some homes I went to go look at. We drove by one in this downtown area of this small town that's near us. And they allow uh tiny homes to be built in the backyard. But that sucker sold like the next day. Uh, but I didn't really like the neighborhood, and I don't know because the neighborhood, if they start infilling all these backyards, because they all have huge backyards, and if everyone gets a tiny home, who are they going to rent these to? Now it's going to be crowded. Um, you know, it's a cool idea, but um yeah, you're just doubling or tripling up the amount of people in that neighborhood, which is probably not a good thing. 48 days till the wedding. Man, that's quick. Who's getting married? Our oldest son is getting married. Yeah, you're going to probably see me in a freaking monkey suit. Oh, that's what I got to do. I got to go spend some money on a couple of monkey suits for me and my youngest son. Knives already has her dress. Did y'all miss when Gio was talking about her son getting married? Yeah. That was a few streams ago, I think. I don't remember. I missed it. But as a rental, would you not have to pay higher taxes and insurance for it? I was probably drunk already. After the loan is funded, get the homestead exemption. Yeah, I guess once the loan is funded, I mean, there ain't much they can do about it after that. There's no the forget the intention. You can just change your intention, I suppose. What's weird here, I don't know if it's nationwide, but if you're a teacher, um, you could buy homes for 50% off. They have it has to be a HUD home though, in most likely in a crappy neighborhood. But they'll let you, as long as you stay in it for 3 years, they will grant you 50% off an existing home, not a brand new home, an existing home. I thought that was interesting. You have to be a teacher, firefighter, uh, you know, first responder type or community service type. And that I thought that was interesting. But then I went, they have a website, and I went and looked at available homes in the area, and there are none. So I'm like, what good is this program? Let's see. I bought mine in October 2021, filed for my homestead exemption in December 2021. After the loan is funded, they can't tell you anything. Yeah, exactly. After it's funded, forget it. LOL. Slim Dog. Mortgage fraud refers to an intentional misstatement, misrepresentation, or omission of information relied upon by an underwriter or lender to fund, purchase, or insure a loan secured by real property. Oh, I was going to say, where'd you copy and paste that from? Here he goes, per Wikipedia. Here's the thing: you can go ahead and, you know, how do you prove an intentional misstatement? I don't know. Like, I thought I was gonna rent it, but things changed. And things didn't work out, and we had to change. So, did I intentionally misstate that? Did I intentionally misrepresent it? Then they find this life. Exactly. That's the problem with online crap. Is there's 27 people that watch, right? There's 27 people that watch, and only like 4 people that, 5, 6 people that comment. These 21 people, a lot of them could actually just hate me. That's probably why I always get thumbs downs on these videos. But they hate me, but they continue to watch. And I run just tell them your landlord kicked you out. Yeah, that's actually that's part of the reason why I'm looking too, because my landlord is in his 80s. Um, it's a one-on-one handshake agreement. I mean, we do have a lease, but it's mainly there was no credit check, there was no anything. It's like, when can you move in? How much can you afford? This is Here we go. There was no background checks, there were no credit checks, none of that stuff. So it was a personal deal, right? Old school landlord type. Um, Problem is, he's in his mid 80s, and well, obviously he's not going to be around forever. So I would imagine that when he passes, it would go to his wife, if his wife is still around. He has no kids. Um, but the wife may not want to deal with it, right? So she may just off all the properties. And then what? And then, they can literally kick me out. So, they're in their 80s. So I have to figure out something, because I can't, here's the problem. I can't afford market rent in this area. Can't do it. And not only that, I could not qualify under the terms of a property manager. I'd have to find another private landlord, um, which is probably going to be hard to do. Um, so what do you do? What do you do? Right? Because I couldn't qualify. Houses in this neighborhood are 1,800 to $2,000 a month. And you have to make 3 times the rent, 3 times. So if it's 2,000, you got to make $6,000 a month. I don't make $6,000 a month. So this is what I was thinking. Thank you. Use it as your rental while you travel in your RV and then live in it. There, it's solved. That's exactly what that's exactly what I'm thinking of. I talked about that we talked about this last week, talking about, oh, Jerry's planning to die and blah blah blah. That's not it. Um, I would love a little condo in a gated community, so I can rent it out, even possibly rent it out to my son. Um, cover the cost, right? While we're out traveling, we can go live somewhere else if we want to. And then if my kids never move out of this area, if I die before Knives does, she can come here. Yeah, she'd have to kick somebody out, probably redo it a little bit, but she'd have a place to come back to. And that's really what I would love. Joe Zip, aloha. What happens if she is already gone? The wife's already gone, and the husband goes. It goes to his. He said it goes to his nephews. What are they going to want to do with it? They're probably going to want to cash. They're either going to sell them all and just, split up the millions of dollars, because I think he's got a couple $1 million worth of properties. I don't know how much he's got, leveraged or any of that. But he's got 10 or 11 houses. Um, they'd probably want to cash out and go live high on the hog or something, right? They'll probably look at mine and say, he's paying like 30% under market value. We need to do something about him. How low do you think Intel can sink to? Below 30? How much is their physical assets worth stock wise? Bag holding 300 shares. I'd be buying more. I'm selling. I don't think I sold one, but I tried to sell an at the money put on Intel. Didn't go through. Um, you gotta have the patience. You gotta be able to write out Intel, and you gotta be able to think that they will be successful in their turnaround. Might take some years. Have you asked about buying the house you are renting? Maybe land contract. I will bring that up to him. I asked him. We did talk about it, because I told him, because this dude, my landlord, I feel bad, right? Because I don't want to call him a tightwad, um, but I mean, he grew up in the Great Depression, right? Those older folks, and they have a certain mentality, and he has this mentality that he's going to do as much as he can himself to save money. So he's literally worked 7 days a week on his homes. He doesn't enjoy. He's worth, he gets a pension, gets Social Security, him and his wife. I'm sure his house is paid off. uh, you know he doesn't enjoy. And I got on him. I go, dude, go enjoy your life. You're 80 something. Go do something, right? Instead of working on these houses day in and day out, right? He comes to the house and prunes the trees and the bushes and all this stuff. And I'm like, I could do that. But he doesn't want his tenants to do that. So I look like the a-hole to the neighbors, because I have this 80 some year old man hobbling because he needs a hip replaced. And he's pulling out weeds and all this stuff. And it's like, there's nothing I could do about it. But we'll see. I mean, we'll work with it. We'll figure it out. Come crash with me in Louisiana. Yeah. Louisiana. I was looking at a place in Arkansas today. I was doing some research in Arkansas, Arkansas. Um, Seems pretty cool over there. I don't know. We'll see. Grateful. While you were playing Limbo, why is your name spelled differently between here and Discord? Is it? That's funny. Move to Thailand. Trade options, live on 1,500 a month. Yeah, we ain't. We might be able to get knives to go to Mexico, but to get on a plane and go to Southeast Asia, probably not. Maybe Spain. Um, Spanish speaking type area, since knives is Spanish speaking. She probably get away and get by in Portugal, maybe. But yeah, knives has never been on a plane, so that'll be interesting. We got to get her on a plane to freaking Las Vegas first before we think about transversing the freaking oceans. Offer them a mortgage with a balloon payment. That way your monthly cost of living is the same. Yeah, we can get it done. I need prices to drop. That's what I need. Because around the payment that I'm paying now, is about the value of about $200,000 in a house, right? So I need the prices to drop a little bit, because 200,000. There are some condos and some very crappy houses here for 200 and right around the 200 range. But I really would rather prices to come down and get something a little bit nicer, obviously. Or to Puerto Rico. That's my plan. We already have the paid off 2 acres. Now I just need some money to build a small house and be able to get 2,000 monthly. That would be enough to live there. Nice. And over there in Puerto Rico, there's probably no restrictions. You can build whatever you want, probably, on your land, which is nice. You can't do that here in America. My sister's landlord re-roofed her house. Or wait, do they have rules like us? My sister's landlord re-roofed her house when he was 92 years old. Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. My landlord came over here to replace my light bulbs. I told him the light bulbs in the kitchen, they were the old fluorescent tubes. And I said, I replaced them a couple years ago. And I go, I don't know why they're out already. Usually fluorescent tubes last quite a long time. And he came over with a pack of tubes and 2 ladders and said, "Can you help me?" I was like, "Help you what? I'll change them. I didn't know how, if it was maybe a ballast. I didn't want to just replace the bulbs, because I had just replaced them. But he brought over the bulbs. He brought over 2 ladders, and me and him took the fixture down and replaced the bulbs. And he hobbled away. What's the best stock or ETFs you'd sell CSPs on this week? I'm looking at Shopify. I actually took a 100 share lot of Shopify this Friday, and I'm looking to wheel that thing. I think Intel's a buy. What else? You got to really look at it yourself. You got to think about what it is you want, because you might like Bed Bath and Beyond. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole, but you can make money on that stock. You might like AMC. I think AMC is okay at the $4 range. but there's no premium there. So like a 300,000 balloon in 15 years. What I would like is to get it paid off before I die. That would be ideal. So that, knives, if I die before knives, um, that she has a free and clear place to live. All she got to worry about is maintaining it and, taking care of it. We are part of US, and yes, we have rules depending on the area, but where we have the land is mountains, so we will do okay. Okay. Probably unrestricted in certain areas. There's not very many places in the US that are unrestricted. There's some. He stops, he probably wouldn't make it a year. Yeah, and that's the thing too. He's 80 something years old. This is what's probably keeping him alive. Uh, but what I told him was, because he has 11 houses, right? And some of them are on, different towns and cities and everything else. And I told him, shrink it down, sell half of them, put half of them in with a property management company, right? Maybe just take care of one yourself just to keep yourself busy, right? Because you enjoy doing that type of thing. But he's typically, every time I see him, he's overwhelmed. And it's like, that can't be good for you either. Buy Nvidia, please. I sold a put on Amazon. I actually sold my Amazon shares because I only had 20 of them, and then I sold a put on Amazon because I'd like to wheel them. Huber says I'm still holding shop shares from 90 and 50. Man, I think 30. Could it go lower? Yes, because even at 30, Shopify is still overvalued. But I think they still have growth. They're still the e-commerce people. It's it seems to me they're being priced um like nobody's gonna set up online shopping stores anymore. I mean, sure, it's gonna decrease in a recession, but after that it's gonna explode. So to me, it just feels like Shopify is being unfairly punished. But if Apple is building its own chips in its future technology, how does Intel appreciate and value? Um, I don't know. How does it? Going green, mom, because one is spelled correctly and the other one is my anonymous alter ego. Not too anonymous. I question which one is right every time I see the other one. I need Baba to jump up. I know a lot. I know at least one other person that needs Baba to jump up. What do I got? I'm bag holding Intel. That's probably my worst percentage wise. Everything else isn't horrible. Because what else do I got? Dollar wise, my worst is XYLD. I'm really considering dumping my XYLD and RYLD. That's like 20 something thousand, I think. And I don't know what I would do with it. I'd want to probably buy some growth stuff that I can wheel. Maybe buy some Amazon. I'm down about 15K. Yeah, I think I think I'm around that, probably. Well, if they get that factory going, I would hope Intel might become a favorite child for our government. Crossing my fingers. Yeah, that's a possibility. Palantir. Yeah, I'm going to own some Palantir at the end of the month, unless it recovers. What else? What else do I got? Got Camping World. About I'm not quite even on that, but it's not down very much. AT&T down a little bit. All my little funds are okay. Altria pretty much flat. Oh, Carnival Cruise Line too, down a little bit, but only got 100 shares. So I'm not doing horrible. I'm not doing good either. I dumped 5,100 RYLD following a $4 loss. Yeah, I'd probably. I don't have a problem dumping anything for a loss, as long as you put it into a spot where that can recover. Like, don't dump RYLD and stick it in QYLD. That's just stupid. You don't do that. You don't. You know what I mean. You're going to want to put it in something that has the potential to recover your loss. Soon we see GW buying VOO. That's all I own. Boring as shit. I'd buy SPY. I thought about it. Too. But I do have another put out on IWM, which is the Russell 2000. We'll see. I sell puts and cover calls each week. Glad to take more shares. Yeah, for sure. I sell them every week too. I got a lot of cover calls on right now. I am a horrible growth investor, way down on most things in my growth portfolio. Shop, Melly's a big one too. Baba, PayPal, Square, and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's all about timing with that. It's all about the market cycle, right? We got all caught up in the market cycle, and then when they pull the rug, here we are, right? So that's I'm a horrible growth investor too, but could just buy the Qs. That would help. Palantir, yeah, Palantir sucks. I'll be buying some of that. I think I just said that too, though. What is Melly? Melly what is it? Marcar. Oh, there you go. Mercado Libre, the Amazon of Latin America. Big, huge. It's huge. Let me look at a chart on Melly. Ooh, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked at this in a long time, but oh boy. That hit 2,000 a year ago. And now we're at 855. Looks like it could be bouncing here. That's what it looks like to me. I'm no chart expert, but it bounced off that 50 period moving average. So it could be moving up here. Anyone researched coupon? Coupon? What is coupon? Is that a thing? You mean Groupon? Hopefully not Groupon. So essentially free trade. Amazon isn't free. Shop has a PE of 0, losing money. Yeah, they are. They still have a growth rate too, though. Sold a put on SMG when it was around $76 at a strike of 75. Looks like I'll be getting assigned on 9/16. You and me both. Bill. Oh wait, no. SMG. I got a. Where is my option stuff? SMG. I have a. Come on, load up. Uh-oh. Disconnected me. I'm back, baby. SMG. I have a September 16th 65. I got a 65 put out. And looks like they're at what? 61? Sheesh. Yeah, that sucker fell like crazy. I thought I was being safe at 65. 'Cause I saw people at 75 and 80. Yeah, that sucker could drop to 60, maybe 57. The lowest it's been in quite a few years. 4 years, 5 years, 5-year low almost. Uh-oh. How am I not connected? Can y'all hear me? But I'm just not connected or what? Let's try reconnecting. Will it reconnect? Will it reconnect? It reconnected. Bill Gates has a major position in Coupon. What is Coupon? Never heard of Coupon. Heading out. Awesome talk like always. All right. Thank you. I'll tell Knives bye for you because she already went to lay down. She's got to wake up at 4 a.m. Appreciate you showing up. 0.8 premium was nice on SMG for you. Yeah, that was at 65. I thought it was a steal, but now SMG is at 61. Like, holy crap, man. I'll take the shares and probably sell a call. I think that one would that one will bounce back, I believe. SMG, what's their outlook looking like? They're expected to grow their earnings the next few years. So forward PE is only 13. Yeah, I'd take something like that. Yup. No visual though. Yeah, I don't know. That thing be tripping. Maybe I need to get an actual camera. Look, now I'm lagging. Okay, let me close that. Close that. Let me just close everything. Sheesh. Night. I thought SMG would meet resistance and bounce around 71, but shows how much I know. Well, I was probably looking at the same thing you were looking at, Bill. I thought around. I was thinking 70. I think if I recall correctly, it's been a minute. If I recall correctly, there was some support at around 70, and so I thought, I'll take the 65. Give me a little more cushion. Yeah, it didn't work out too well for us. You are back visually. Right on. I will take assignment and then sell calls. Yeah, I think I will too. I took assignment on 300 shares this weekend. I took assignment on Comcast at 37, I want to say. Took assignment on Walgreens Boots Alliance at 37.50, I want to say. And I took Shopify at $31. I've already sold covered calls on all of them, and actually sold puts too. So I turned them into strangles. So um, I think I did a 33 and 37 on Comcast. Pretty much the same thing on Walgreens Boots. And on Shopify, I did a 31 strike out to next Friday. And I got like $90 for it. So it's at the money, basically. Got $90 in 4 days. So we'll see about Shopify. Um, I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm over us now. I think we're done. Got 53% of you going to barbecue on the poll, which is nice. I'm not going to do that. Knives made some pasta salad. It's a nice summer meal. I enjoy it. I don't eat. I used to eat the crap out of it. I don't eat pasta very much anymore. So I have a little bit. I'll just control myself. But I need some meat. I don't think I'm going to go out. People probably think I'm nuts because I got to wake up at 4:40 or something like that to take knives to work. Or if I come home and grill the ribs at 5 o'clock in the morning, would people think I'm on crack or something? But anyway, we got 24 people watching. Glad y'all are here. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your day off tomorrow. If you have your day off tomorrow, we'll have a 4-day week on the stock market. If you missed my last video on the bond ETF TLTW, check that out. Matter of fact, this is what I'm fixed to do. I'm fixed to drop a link because why not? There you go. Thanks, GW. Enjoyed the stream. I'm usually at work for the live stream. Glad I got to join. Right on, Bill. I appreciate you showing up, man. Always enjoy your posts over there on the Twatter. And check out Blue Collar Bill. You can find him on Twitter under Blue Collar Bill. But there's a blog too. Dang it, Bill, you're messing me up. You're putting me on the spot. I put myself on the spot. He does a blog where he shares all his stuff. So check out Blue Collar. I'm sure if you just at Blue Collar Bill in the search bar, his blog will come up. Matter of fact, let me just do that. Blue Collar Bill. There he is. BlueCollarBill.com. So go check out his blog. Very good stuff. I like it. Right on. Probably cooler than, 5 in the morning. I'm out there making some ribs. The neighbors are going to be like, what the heck are you doing? Great stream. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for joining GGM. Appreciate it. There's the bluecollarbill.com. Go check out that blog. Thanks, GW. You got it, Bill. Thanks, Always Red. We need to change you up to Always Green one of these months. Hopefully. I think we're going to be green in October and November. That's what I think. And then I don't know what's December going to bring. I don't know. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy your week. Thanks for showing up. We'll talk to you later. Hope you guys have a great one. And we will talk to you later. You're faster than me on links tonight. I know. It's kind of crazy. always read as AKA bend over. Make it to always green. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate everybody. We'll talk to you